Welcome back to the deep dive. So we are digging into a stack of source material today that, on the surface, looked like it was about something pretty straightforward.
Yeah, ornamental fish keeping.
Exactly, aquarium keeping. And when you first look at these notes, and we're talking about everything from, notes from fish stores, old aquaculture texts, even modern forums, you'd think, okay, this is going to be about water testing.
Right. Choosing the right gravel, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But what we actually found, buried right there in those notes, is this deep ancient knowledge system that's kind of disguised as a hobby.
It really is.
So our mission for this deep dive is really to show you how keeping fish can be so much more than just, maintenance. It can be a really focused practice of attracting fortune and stability all through the principles of Feng Shui.
Chinese geomancy, yeah. And it was the sheer intentionality of it all that just blew me away. Because the first observation that just kept popping up again and again was this very specific pairing in the bigger display tanks.
Right, the big ones.
You'd always see the massive Arowana, and it was always housed with the Finescale Tigerfish.
And that's really the starting point, isn't it? The researchers, when they first saw this, they tried to apply, standard Western aquarium logic to it.
Of course, the practical approach.
Yeah, they figured, okay, the tigerfish must be a dither fish. Maybe it swims in the lower part of the tank and makes the arowana, which is more of a top dweller, feel safer.
Encourages it to move around more freely. That makes sense.
Or maybe it's just a scavenger, keeping the bottom clean. Or maybe it's just a cheap way to fill out a giant tank.
And that's the logical assumption, right? I mean, the sources even mention that they tried to compare this to other purely functional pairings, like using silver-tip tetras for schooling.
A totally functional choice.
But the notes confirm that whole assumption about the tigerfish. It was just fundamentally wrong. It wasn't about tank mechanics at all.
Not even close. And what's so fascinating is how that simple, practical observation led them right to this deep cultural secret. The real reason for the pairing is, well, it's completely symbolic. The combination itself is designed to harness some really powerful energies.
Okay, let's unpack this, because the arowana is already, it's a famous fish in Asian cultures. It's often crazy expensive, not for your average hobbyist. And it's revered. So what do the notes say about what it represents?
The arowana is, without a doubt, the dragonfish.
The dragonfish, yes.
Yeah, look at it. The large, almost armor-like scales, those barbells that look like whiskers, the way it swims.
Yeah.
It's just this majestic, undulating motion. It all connects it to the ultimate symbol of power and wealth, the imperial dragon.
So in geomancy, the dragon represents pure yang energy, active, powerful.
Fortune generating, exactly. Having an arowana in your home or your business is seen as literally inviting the dragon into your space to guard and, multiply your wealth.
So, okay, if the arowana is the dragon, this pure, active yang, then why bring in the tigerfish? I'm guessing the tiger, which is another, powerful predator, it has to represent the other side of that coin.
You got it. Precisely. The sources all confirm that putting the fine-scale tigerfish in there with the arowana creates the revered dragon and tiger pairing.
Ah.
The dragon is celestial power. The tiger, that's the earthly, ferocious power.
And in Chinese symbolism, the tiger is all about strength, right? Protection, kind of a military prowess.
Exactly. So if the dragon is about attracting wealth from the heavens, the tiger is about guarding that wealth right here on Earth, dealing with immediate threats.
So it's the yin to the dragon's yang.
It's the perfect complement.
Yeah.
Together, they create this perfect balance, a harmony of cosmic and physical power, all right there in the tank. It's an intentional energy generator and protector.
Yeah.
A small living symbol of the balance you need for, sustained success.
That level of detail is incredible. It's not just two big fish swimming around. It's a whole philosophical statement.
It really is.
It shows that the people setting these tanks up are basically acting as geomancers. They're shaping their environment for a very specific benefit.
And this system has stuck around for generations because that symbolism is just so powerful, so deeply rooted. So when you see that pairing, you're not just looking at water chemistry. You're looking at 1,000 years of wisdom about managing power and attracting fortune.
Okay, now if that incredibly powerful pairing wasn't enough, the source material then pivots pretty quickly to a totally different system for attracting fortune.
A different but related one, yeah.
Let's get into the setup that uses mathematics and color to achieve a similar goal, the 8 red and 1 black configuration.
This system is great because it takes that idea of intentionality even further. It moves beyond these, super high status fish like the arowana and applies the same principles to much more common fish.
So anyone can do it.
Anyone can incorporate these methods. And this specific setup, it calls for 9 fish in total.
Okay, so why 9? That can't be a random number.
Oh, not at all. 9 is one of the most powerful numbers in Chinese numerology and Feng Shui. It's the highest single digit, and it's associated with perpetuity, longevity, ultimate completion.
Like the 9 dragon screens you see in the imperial palaces.
Exactly that. It represents the height of yang energy, and the idea is to ensure that the fortune you attract isn't fleeting. It's eternal. It just flows perpetually into the household.
So the foundation of the tank is longevity, which you get just from the number of fish. Then you divide those 9 fish into roles based purely on their color.
Right.
And 8 of them have to be red or gold. These are the wealth generators.
Yes, these 8 fish are the engines. They carry the energy of wealth, of rapid prosperity. And if you look at the elemental theory behind it, red is strongly associated with the fire element.
Which is passion, speed, recognition.
Rapid advancement, yeah. And then gold is associated with the earth element, which is all about stability, being grounded, and accumulated wealth. So by putting 8 fish of these colors together, you're actively inviting a flow of money that's both, quickly gained from the fire and securely held by the earth.
And the sources even list common, widely available fish for this, which I think is key. It means you don't need a $1,000 Arowana to participate.
Exactly. You could use classic goldfish like shabunkins or commons with good color or platies, swordtails, even those really auspicious red parrot cichlids.
The color is the important part.
The color is the key, not the rarity. They're literally the magnets drawing that positive energy into the home.
But just like we learned with the dragon and tiger, pure attraction isn't enough if you don't have protection.
You need a defense.
And this is where that single crucial blackfish comes into play. It's the household protector.
This is the genius of the system, I think. You can't just have all this wealth flooding in without a mechanism to manage risk and, absorb negativity. The blackfish is the dedicated sacrifice.
A sacrifice? Wow.
Well, symbolically. In elemental theory, black is associated with the water element. And water, unlike fire or earth, is absorbent. It's yielding. It's flowing.
So the water element fish is used to neutralize negative things.
That's exactly right. The blackfish is believed to act as a kind of cosmic sponge. Any misfortune, any bad luck, any of that sharp, damaging energy that's directed at the household. It gets absorbed by the blackfish because of its water element.
So by taking on all the bad stuff, it keeps the path clear for the good stuff from the other 8 fish.
Precisely. It ensures that the positive flow of fortune stays smooth, uninterrupted, and clean as it enters the home.
That is a powerful role for one little fish. I mean, it's essentially a living shield for the home's good luck. What kind of fish do the sources say can fill this role?
They list a few reliable protectors. The classic Blackmore goldfish is a huge favorite. But you can also use things like the fast-moving black skirt tetras or even the super common black molly. They're chosen specifically for their ability to thrive while carrying that symbolic burden. They protect the whole ecosystem and, by extension, the home itself.
It really makes you look at a simple black molly in a completely new light. It's not just a decoration, it's an active guardian.
It just speaks to the incredible sophistication of these practices. You've got physics, math, color theory, elemental philosophy, all working together to create a complete system for both attraction and security.
It's a holistic view of fortune.
Totally.
So, okay, let's synthesize these 2 systems we've pulled from the notes. On one hand, you have the symbolic power of that high-status pairing.
The dragon and tiger. The Arowana and the Finescale Tigerfish. Focused on that harmonious strength, guarding immense wealth.
Right, and then you have this accessible mathematical system, the 8 red and 1 black, which is more about perpetual flow and active defense against, everyday misfortune.
And it uses the deep elemental meanings of color and number to do it. Yeah. But if you zoom out, the bigger picture here is that both systems view the aquarium not as just a pretty box in the corner.
No, it's a tool.
It's a dynamic microcosm of the house's entire energy field.
So what does this all mean for you, the person listening? This isn't just arcane trivia about fish. This really illustrates how symbolic practices can get so deeply intertwined with practical ones.
They blur the lines.
They blur the lines between a hobby and, spiritual engineering. It shows that intentionality, the conscious act of designing your environment for a specific outcome, can be part of the most everyday activities.
And that intentionality is absolutely key. These systems, whether you're using the high-level dragon and tiger or the really accessible 8-in-1 system, They are about creating harmony
Huh.
and managing risk.
Right.
They acknowledge that life is dynamic. You have to both attract the good stuff and actively deflect the bad stuff, all within this little contained, observable world.
It really offers a complete, actionable framework. You've shown us that in every corner of life, even in a little glass box, there can be these complex knowledge systems operating way below the surface.
Absolutely.
It's a tangible way for someone to actually interact with Feng Shui's principles and apply them immediately.
And the reason these traditions have such enduring power is because of their specific observable results and their deep philosophical roots. The numbers, the colors, the pairings, they all point back to these foundational ideas of Chinese metaphysics.
So just to quickly recap the really surprising details we covered, we went from just seeing two fish in a tank, the majestic Arowana, the dragon,
And the fine-scale tigerfish, the tiger.
and realized we were actually looking at a powerful, auspicious combination of yang and yin energy. Then we explored that mathematical foundation of perpetuity using the number 9.
And we broke down that crucial difference between the 8 red and goldfish, the attractors using fire and earth energy for wealth, and the single blackfish, the protector, using the water element to absorb misfortune.
And as we close out this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final kind of provocative thought, building on this idea of the aquarium as a microcosm of fortune. If specific colors and numbers can be used so effectively to attract or deflect energy within a small, contained ecosystem, what other seemingly random combinations or arrangements in your own daily life?
Like on your desk.
Yeah, the way you arrange your workspace or the colors you choose to wear or even the layout of your kitchen. What if those things are secretly following an unrecognized symbolic structure?
Which raises a really important question. Where else are you unknowingly interacting with these hidden systems of fortune or protection that you could, with a little knowledge, intentionally fine-tune?
Right.
The knowledge is out there. It's often just disguised as simple aesthetics or, that's just how it's always been done.
Go forth and explore the deeper meaning behind the hobbies you encounter.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. That's all for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.